I'm gonna give you a number here on Todd Bowles' blitz percentage. The first time the Rams and the Bucs played, I think it was 26.7%, 26%. So give me the over under on how much he blitzes Matt Stafford this weekend. Are we going over 26% or under? Because Stafford's pretty damn good against the blitz.
Yeah, man, I'm going to go under, bro. I think he's going to lean on Shaq Barrett and JPP and Vita Vea. I saw Todd Bowles do one thing, and I had to text him and curse his ass out. He dropped Vita Vea in that game in coverage. Don't ever do that. If I see that during this game, I'm going to text him during the game and curse him out again. And then, too, man, like, you know, when you think about how you defend the Rams, like, you know, I know this is going to sound crazy to say with people, but right now, like based on the last like 4 weeks of the season, you want Matthew Stafford up with the 30, 40 passes a game. And I know, you know, that sounds crazy because he can be an elite, prolific passer, but all of those games came with 2 turnovers. If you let him stay in that vein, which I don't think they will. I mean, Arizona was atrocious against the run.
Really bad.
Yeah, but so he won't play from that level of comfort. Yeah. Right. And then the other thing is too, man, like you have to send guys sometimes because Devin White is so good. Yeah. Blitzing in the middle of the pocket. You don't want to eliminate that part of your game. But OBJ is there now. Yeah. Like you can't just get stupid and think that somebody gonna play man-to-man on that and Cooper Kupp all game long. If you think, you know, you want to hurry guys and you want to create pressure and make them make quick decisions. And it's going to be up to Matt to make those decisions. And sometimes, C-Long, you know this, take a sack. Yeah. And punt the damn football, you know. It'll be interesting. I don't think he's going to be above 20%, though, because OBJ adds a different element that I don't think they had. And two, a sneaky good dude that they start putting in the slot with a big body is Van Jefferson. Like, you're going to have to determine how much you want to play man-to-man with those 3 guys who can win their matchups majority of the time.
Yeah, Van had a really nice play down the right sideline the other night. It's like another wrinkle that if they can get the most out of him, they actually are pretty good. I still think they were better with Robert Woods, but they've done a really nice job of kind of like readjusting, you know, because they looked punchy there for a second. Like they got hit in the mouth and they were like, but they definitely steadied, and I think McVay deserves a lot of credit. I think one of the biggest questions is going to be Tampa Bay's injuries up front. Dude, you know, Jensen Worst did not look good. Like,
I think he got a high ankle. I mean, I ain't diagnosed.
You and I know probably. You've had one probably. I mean,
you saw when he went back in the game, he wouldn't even put it on the ground. Yeah. And with this rush.
Yeah, he needs to take the week. I mean, I hope nobody's trying to make Wirfs play hero ball. They have a backup who's serviceable at right tackle. And Jensen's a big concern, too, because, I mean, he's just such a tone setter for them. So I actually like the Rams, and I don't know what the number is here on the total. I think it's like maybe 47, but I like the under. I think this game could be – I mean, sometimes the Rams just – they don't have it offensively, especially the way they're going to play Stafford. I think they're going to be aggressive, like you said.
What was it the first round? 38-20 or something? What was
something like that. It was Cowboy Reed will look it up. But the fucking Bucs, it's funny. The Rams are to the Bucs what the Niners are to the Rams. Like, 100%. And so it's funny going from this weekend, the Rams are that team for the Bucs to if they're lucky enough to win, they're praying they don't see. I don't know if they'd rather see. If you're the Rams, would you rather see San Francisco or Green Bay?
They'd rather see Green Bay.
I agree.
They'd rather see Green Bay.
Stafford wasn't healthy when they played the first time. Like a lot of times I think people are blowing smoke and feeding agents, which is funny. When we played, where the fuck we didn't have agents to be like Chris Long or Marcus Spears is dealing with 3 broken fingers and a punctured lung and like all this shit.
34-24 in week 3.
34-24.
34-24, yeah. So, I mean, look, man, one thing we know, right, and I know it gets old and stupid and cliche, Tom Brady ain't going to lose by 10 points.
Nope.
Like, this ain't going to be one of them situations. He can evaluate the film and understand that 16 pressures in that first game. I think they had like 3 sacks. AD had a sack fumble. Yeah. Ain't happening, boss. And then, too, Byron Leftwich, like, one of their big things is they gotta keep it on the ground a little bit. Yeah. They gotta run it and try to, you know, we know what the Rams defense is and we know AD, but they've been had at times in the run game this year as well in some of those losses. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I don't think it's gonna be I don't think it's going to be like people like 50 to 42 or nothing.
No,
like
I could see this thing being a little bit physical and tough to move the ball at times. I don't know. And as you know, with a lot of these things, it's funny with totals, like right away, I feel like you fucking know if you're on the wrong side right away. It's not like that when you're on the wrong side of a bet, because teams can come back, but like totals to me, it's
man. It's a scary
leading
thing.
rusher for Tampa in week 3, Tom Brady, 3 for 14.
There you go.
Rojo and Fournette played.
It's a mile for Brady. So, all right. So, lastly, San Fran, Green Bay. Do they have what it takes to kind of do what Tennessee's trying to do to Cincy? Because I feel like that's the elephant in the room is we're going to throw the ball, see how little we can throw the ball, and still hang with these guys.
If they can't, they're going to get their ass drugged.
Yeah, you think it's going to be like that? Yeah.
That secondary is not good enough to deal with Green Bay.
Right.
The pass rush was dominant against the Cowboys. I'm really looking forward to seeing if Bosa and Arik Armstead and all of those guys can get going. Arden Key has been like a sneaky, really good interior rusher for them, man.
I saw some numbers on that. Like Cowboy Reed was saying the other day that he was like second or third in the league in like win percentage or something.
Win percentage, pass rush win rate.
Yeah, which is a real thing. I mean, it's good for him.
The only
good
reason
for him.
I know that shit is because of Mina Kimes.
Because of Mina. Right,
yeah,
exactly.
Pass rush win rate.
Yep, exactly.
But they dominate. The unit that dominated the game against the Cowboys was their defensive line.
Yeah, and half the game without Nick.
Yeah, exactly. So, bro, honestly, C-Long, you know this. That's the calling card. For Aaron, because time, you're going to get killed.
Yeah.
And you can have great coverage and you still going to get killed.
Yep.
So I think a lot of it boils down to, I talked about it today on the show. The game where they earlier this year where they had to where Crosby had to kick the field goal and Aaron make the 2 throws to Devontae down the middle of the field and then he threw one on the sideline to Devontae. It may come down to San Francisco having to close.
Yeah.
Can you close? Because they play the Packers tough.
Yep.
If this is going to be, if the Packers are going to blow the doors off of San Francisco, it's really going to be about their front seven, getting Aaron possession after possession and putting this game in Jimmy Garoppolo's hands.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's where you want to live, ultimately.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I get so sick when people talk about he leading the San Francisco 49ers to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No, he's a part of it, and I don't want to hate on him for that. He has to do things to help them win the game, but we all know how the 49ers want to move forward.
Yeah.
They a tough ass matchup, bro. Because it's like when I used to watch this series called Scandal. It was really good. I don't know if y'all watched it.
You're a TV guy, Mike. Scandal.
I didn't watch Scandal.
Oh, Scandal was really hot for a year or two.
It was hot for a while, yeah.
Yeah.
But they showed a torture scene in there. Okay. And it was this guy, and they just laid his ass down, and they just dripped water on his head for like hours.
Yeah.
That's the 49ers.
Yeah.
You could go up 14. They are still going to run outside.
They're not changing the game plan.
Dude, they went down 17 to the Rams and was like, YOLO.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And they look at explosive plays as runs.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. They totally flipped the script from a standpoint. Like, they have a model that's efficient as fuck. They just do it a different way.
100%.
And it's still efficient in the grand scheme of things. Debo's awesome. And do these guys want to tackle Debo? Like, you got guys coming back that are going to be forced. Like, that's a tough game. Yeah. Think about like being hurt for a long time. And you and I both know, like, it does not feel normal coming back the first week.
No, sir.
And so, like, what do you got to do? You got to tackle Debo in the secondary, and you got to play that run game. You got to take on Kittle. So it's gonna be a fight up there.
Yeah, dude.
Listen to the full podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other podcast streaming platforms. Wherever you want to get the podcast, you can get the podcast. Pretty simple. New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Podcasts get pretty wild. This is real tame.